but this is like a running thing that we've been talking about for like the last week or two here, and it is the price of run capacitors. And basically, I put up like this poll, and I wasn't specific with it. I came up with a second one that was more specific, but I said, is $400 too much for a residential dual run cap replacement? And there's guys, and they justifiably would say, what were the conditions there? So my question to you, have you ever charged that much for a dual run cap in any situation?
No, not even close.
What would it cost for you? Well, I don't like to do that. Never mind. We won't do what would it cost for you.
No, it's
But
fine. I mean, I got nothing to hide. I mean, it's not like I have the best answers and I'm right and everybody's wrong. But I mean, a lot of your pricing obviously is subject to a lot of things internally, not what you're doing out in the field, right? Like how much overhead do you have as a company? What kind of net profits you're going to be, you're reaching for, things like that. I mean, it's not, obviously we know the cost of the part. It's not very much at all. And but yeah, I mean, I guess when would it ever be relative to what you're doing? I mean, if you should be checking the system out completely, regardless if it's just a capacitor or if you're replacing a motor with it or whatever the case is. But, I typically use the AMRAD capacitors, whether it's going to be the turbo 200s, if I don't have the correct size, or now I get their standard, and you get it in the size that you need, because all of those come with a 5-year warranty. So to me, that provides a whole lot more value. But I mean, I'm charging like $225 for a capacitor.
So roughly half of that. It's funny to hear the answers to this because there was like a wide variety. You probably had like, if I have to guess, 60 to 65% of guys going like, "Wow, that's way too high." And then there's several guys just like, "I do more than that." I was like, I don't know where that's at, but I know there's parts of the country where stuff costs way more than it does here. So I don't want to rush to judgment on that, but it's just interesting to see the different opinions on the same number. So that was kind of interesting, and I was just kind of curious because what's your general service area location?
Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee, because you go actually into the city periodically, or you did. Do you still do
Nashville. That? Yeah, sometimes, not as much anymore. That's what I was talking about earlier on, is saying no to certain things. But yeah, I mean, for certain customers, I stick to my county most of the time. But yeah, I still kind of go out here and there for certain jobs. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're talking to we're talking to the United States, right? I mean, it's so vast and so different all across. So even if the part is a few dollars more, but are you going to charge the same amount if you're in Los Angeles compared to some rural company or city in freaking Georgia or Tennessee or whatever, right? Like, yeah, a lot of it has to do with just your market, I guess. Yeah. But and also I've been learning too that some of these bigger companies, they're offering like warranties with their stuff. So it's like, hey, if you want this capacitor, it's going to cost you, $225. But if you get this capacitor and it comes with, a 7-year warranty or whatever it is, and they're offering that in-house, it's not necessarily through that capacitor manufacturer, and they just triple the price or whatever the case is. So, and a lot of technicians, they see that kind of stuff. I'm assuming they don't really maybe understand what's going on in the behind the scenes. At least that's my assumption when it comes to that kind of stuff.
If you want to watch more videos just like this one, click on this playlist right here. If you want to see our brand new video, click right here. If you want to find out more about the great sponsors that make this show happen, click up here. And to join our email list where I notify you when we're going live, click right here.